Okay, where is my phone? I keep on doing this. Oh,
Are you being serious?
how are you guys doing? Rain on the charts here. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I want you to like, share, comment, and of course, as I said before, subscribe. I'm not going to be on here very long. I didn't even really know that I was going to come on here. Today is a rainy day in New York, part 2. I think it's going to be raining again tomorrow. You know, it's just a lazy day, but I decided to fight through and come on. And I'm just going to pick up where I left off. Last time I was on, I was talking about indices, the different indexes, the dollar, the pound, the yen, you know, whatever it may be in terms of strength, right? So today, I want to really talk about when you use each one. Like, yeah, you can look up what the strength of the US dollar is, you can look up what the strength of the British pound is, etc., etc. But why? When do you use it? All right. So if you don't know already, there are different sessions. So the foreign exchange market, while it's operating 24 hours a day for the 5 days a week that it's open, it's not everybody that's awake, right? So the London session starts at a certain time. The New York session starts at a certain time. The Tokyo session, the Sydney session, right? So if you don't have this already, I want you to go ahead and jot this down. The first session you want to look at is the Sydney market, and that opens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's New York, where I am. So at 5 p.m., the Sydney market opens, and that's open from 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then next up, we have the Tokyo market, and that opens 2 hours later at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it goes up to 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you notice, there's an overlap there, right? So Sydney and the Tokyo session run concurrently from 7 p.m. They're both open at 7 p.m. and they're open together for a few hours until you get to 2 a.m. One closes, the other one is open for a few more hours. Then next up to bat, we have the London market, and that's going to open at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that runs straight through until noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's just 1 hour overlapping between Tokyo and the London session from 3 to 4. Then next up to bat is the New York session, and that starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that runs all the way through to 5 p.m. So once you have all those sessions, it's up to you to decide when you want to trade, right? Now, based on when you want to trade, there are different things that you want to look for. So hold on. Oh, and the last tidbit that I need to say is that the market's open 5 days a week. Yes, I said that. Those 5 days, it's about to open in less than an hour. It's after 4 Eastern Standard Time here in New York. So in a little more than 45 minutes, the markets are about to open. The Sydney market is going to be first, as I just covered, and then it's just going to keep going. And it won't stop. So it opens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday, and it's not going to stop. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way up to Friday evening. That's when the market closes. And this is for the foreign exchange market. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, the market is open 24/7, 365. There's no stopping that. That's just going, going, going. All right. Actually, I should open this thing up. So no end in sight there, right? So, but how do we use the information that I gave you last time I was on in terms of indices? That's what we need to figure out. How do we use that information now, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. All right. All right. So last time I showed you the different indexes or indices, right? So if we know that the Sydney session, and some people just call it the Asian session, just the combination of the Sydney and the Japanese, the Tokyo session, the combo, they just call that the Asian session, right? And really, when the market opens at 5 p.m., there's really not much going on until Tokyo session starts. And really, for me, what I've noticed, not until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, anything really is going on. So yeah, the Asian session right there. All right. So with knowing the different sessions, that's what's going to let me know which one of these things I need to use. So once you decide when you trade, do I like to trade at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or do I like to trade at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? All of this is going to be really important when we're deciding on what we need to look at, right? Because if I'm going to be trading the London session at 3 a.m., there's really no sense in me really checking the strength of the Australian dollar, or for me checking the strength of the Japanese yen, right? And remember, JXY, that's the index for the yen, and AXY, that's the index for the Australian dollar. So if I'm trading the Australian or the Asian session, I will want to look at the strength of these two, right? And what pairs would I be looking to trade? That's the next thing. If I'm trading in the Asian market, I don't want to be looking at US pairs or British pairs. You want to trade the pairs that have to do with the market that you're trading, because it may be 9 p.m. for us in the US market, everything is shut down, but they're awake and busy on the other side, right? So you're going to see more activity there, and volatility, that movement in the market, that is our friend. That is a trader's friend. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, so if I'm going to trade the London session, what would I be looking to trade? I'm trading the London session, I'm going to be looking at the BXY. That's for the British pound. But what else would I be looking at the strength of? I would also be looking at the strength of the euro, which is the EXY. I would be looking at the strength of that, because I want to look at pairs that have either the pound or the euro. as either the base or quote, right? Then if I'm going to be doing the US market, I want to be looking at the DXY. The DXY is what's going to give me the US dollar index. So, and we know that the different sessions overlap. So actually, I have a little sticky note on my desktop. Let me. So here's my sticky note. So I always have it here. Now, by now, I think I have it committed to memory, but I still just have it here. I have the sticky notes for that. I also have a sticky note for my rules for trading on my desktop. So just in case I forget, I have that to kind of hold me accountable. Yeah. So I said it before, but now here's a picture. You can screenshot, or it's there that you can write it down. I don't know. Okay. So when there's the overlap, you can be looking at the index for the British pound and the US dollar. So between 8 a.m. and 12 noon, you can be looking at the strength of not only the US dollar, but also the British pound and the euro, right? After the London session closes at 12 p.m., I actually stop trading. When the London market closes, I stop trading. I know the US market, the New York market is still open. It doesn't close until 5, but I stopped trading because different people are going to be taking breaks. And so the volume is going to drop considerably. So I just call it a day. I actually trade the London into New York session. So anywhere between 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when I'm trading. But I stop at noon. I don't trade after that. From 12 p.m. until the Sydney market opens back up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's only the one market, the US market, the New York market that is open. And it's just something that someone that I used to work with, Pedro Vargas, he told me that he stops trading at noon. And when people are successful, you want to follow what they are doing. So I decided to go ahead and follow suit. And that works for me. There's others who will trade outside of that. And this is for traditional Forex I'm talking, guys. When it comes to binary options, which I've come on live trading the past 2 weeks, I think I've come on a few times. When it comes to that, some of these rules don't really apply. Yeah, I'm just looking for currency strength and I'm just trading in and out 15 minutes or 3 minutes. I go back and forth depending on what the climate is looking like on the charts. Okay. But I didn't even actually promote this call, so it's just me on here by myself. So there isn't even anybody for me to say, hey, do you have any questions? I just was home and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me come live and do this thing because I've committed to doing it. So let me just come on and do it. Yeah. What else do I want to share? Let me think. I guess that's pretty much it. I just wanted to piggyback off last week talking about the index. And so hand in hand with that, you want to trade the right session. And one session is not better than the other. It's just what works for you, you know? Um, I'm someone who made a conscientious effort to be someone that gets up early because I find that I'm more productive if I get up early. I get things done. By 10 o'clock, I've accomplished more than a lot of people accomplish in their entire day. I get exercise, I read, I do all kinds of stuff before some people get up. So that's why the London session is right for me. But that doesn't mean that someone who wants to trade the Asian session, that Asian session being Australian and Tokyo, that doesn't say that British, the London session is better than that session. So just figure out what pairs you want to trade and stick with it. Know what session that pair or those pairs are going to move in. Study it, be married to it, it's a relationship. And good luck to you guys out there. Someone was telling me about this prop firm the other day, FTUK. That prop firm, you don't have to do an evaluation. You can just pay the money and start trading. I took a look at it. Let me pull it up. I took a look at it and then I decided that I don't think that's right for me. So the big thing is you can have instant funding. So you don't have to do an evaluation, right? And that sounds good initially. I was like, yeah, that sounds great. But then when I came on the site, the absolute drawdown is 8%. And because most other prop firms that I've seen, the drawdown is 12%. So they're saying it used to be 6%, now it's 8%. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look appealing, right? For there just to be an 8% drawdown. And the next thing, let's see. I think that was really the big thing. But for those of you who may not have a problem with that, you can start earning immediately. See, it says earn from day one. On our instant funding program, we provide real funding where you can start earning from day one. So let's look at the pricing. All right, so trading program. Our trading programs are created for disciplined traders. This is an excellent opportunity for traders who prefer a relaxed program with less variance. Our program requires your funded account to see at least a 10% profit in order to scale up. So 10% profit, you get to scale up with an absolute drawdown of 6% and the use of leverage up to 1 to 100. And that's the leverage that I've seen with the other prop firms. So it says 6% as the absolute drawdown here. But on the home screen, they have that crossed out and they have 8%, like woohoo. But imagine it was 6% all along, and other platforms I've seen, they give you 12% as the absolute drawdown. So to me, that says that a lot more people will fail. That's what that says to me. But what do I know? What do I know? choose your program. It starts, so with the evaluation, they have 14,000. The goal, you have to grow the account by 10%. Absolute drawdown is 8%. The split is 80%. So that means they keep 20%. They give you 80%. And 14,000, you can scale up to 896,000. And the fee that you pay is $149 for 14,000. For 40,000, same thing applies here. You can scale up to over 2.5 million, $349 for that 40,000. For 60,000, it's $449. You can scale up to over 3.8 million, and so on, right? Now, that's if you're doing an evaluation. And where other programs have a 2-part evaluation, this is just one. There's no passing one and then having to go to phase 2. So that's the evaluation program. For the instant funding, and they're just gonna pay you, right? Instant funding, 14,000, you have to grow it 10%. Okay, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, so for 14,000, same thing. The goal is to grow it 10%. Absolute drawdown 8%. Leverage 1 to 100. Profit split, same 80% payout that you get. You pay $200 for 14,000. So you pay a little bit more, but you don't have to pass an evaluation. You're just gonna get paid out, right? And it's immediately. 40,000, you pay $550, 60,000, 750, and you see it here. So let me know, guys, am I being too timid? Somebody told me about this and they're like, oh, my friend, he's been making money, he's doing this. And I was like, oh, yes, But then when I looked at it and I saw the absolute drawdown, it's 8%. I'm just like, no. And, I'm timid now. I'm like, oh, because of my experience with my Forex funds, I still haven't heard from them. I passed phase 1 on one account and I paid for another more expensive one. So I have 2 accounts, or had 2 accounts going with them, and they're just gone. So now this, and one of the things that was an issue with my Forex funds from videos that I watch is, when you have the drawdown, and this was with a 12% drawdown or overall, and 5% drawdown in a day. So when you draw down, if it drew down past that 5% threshold that you had in a day, and then it went on and went into profit, and oh, this was an extremely profitable trade. The moment you drew down past to 5%, you were just out of it. Even if you didn't close the trade, they just took you out, the equity. So that is an issue. So if the absolute drawdown is 8%, that gives you even less room than my Forex funds did. So it's just looking iffy to me. But you can let me know what you think in the comments. So yeah, that's one platform that someone was telling me about, where I had never heard about a prop firm that gave you instant funding before. So this is new, this is new. actually, let's look at, I should definitely, let me go back. Let's see. I think I had looked at when the company started, and the company has not been around for too long. There it is, the beginning. FTUK was founded at the start of February 2021. 2021, this company started. So it's 2023 right now. It hasn't been around long. It doesn't have that much skin in the game. And um it just has me nervous. And I know that you have to be a risk taker, and I normally am a risk taker. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this arena, period, you know? But I feel like I got a little spanking, so now it's like, ugh. But let me know what you guys think. But that's gonna be it for me for today. All right. I will see you guys another time, right? For those of you again who are not subscribed, please go ahead and do that. For those of you that are subscribed, share the video, watch the video, leave a comment, you know, everything helps. Everything helps. I need to grow my channel, so please, you know what I'm saying? All right, so